Alright, so I did a lesson on power chords, right? So I'm gonna do another lesson on what would be considered movable chords or scalable chords. I don't know what they would call them, right? I don't know what the actual musical term to it is, right? But technically, they're called movable chords, right? So if you know the bar chord, right? You know the bar chord is setting your finger all across the strings, right? There's something important, right? The bar chord. So if you were to play the F open chord, it's a bar chord, right? So here's the trick, right? Is that you could play the same shape across the board, across the fretboard, and it'll be that chord just in a different key, right? So if I were to move the bar chord from the first fret to the third fret, it'd be G. That's G in the shape of the F power chord. And if I move it to the fifth fret, is A, right? If I move it to the seventh fret, is B, right? And you can just do that, right? F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, right? And then F, right? So here's another secret, right? Because that doesn't end my lesson, right? But you could do the same thing with certain open chords, right? So if you take the A minor, right? If you place on the A minor, right? Like, all right, hold on. If you place your, let me move this a little bit, right? But if you should make the shape for the A minor, what you could do is then you add the power chord to the bar chord, the bar to the first fret, and you move the whole shape with your other fingers, and it becomes A sharp, right? And then what you could do is A sharp to B, B sharp, C, right? So you start A sharp. You start A minor, right? This is the A minor chord, right? A minor, A minor. Then you go A sharp minor, B minor, B sharp minor, um, C, C minor. Wait, no, shit, wait. Sorry, I'm getting some interference, right? A minor, A sharp minor, B minor, C minor, C sharp minor, right? In the order of the chords, in the order of the notes, right? And you can do that with the other chords. Like if you make the shape of D, right, the D open chord, you just have to adjust your fingers, and then you place the power chord, and you move it up one, right? Right, and it keeps the shape, right? So even with the C chord, right, you place it, and then it goes to C sharp, and then D, D sharp. So the tricky part is getting your fingers on the chords, getting your fingering correct. But other than that, that's the way it is, right? So if it was a E minor, I just place the bar chord, and I go up, right? I go up one fret, and that'd be E sharp minor, and then that'd be F, right? F sharp minor, right? And it makes sense too, because if you're playing F on the bar chord, this would be F sharp, and this would be F sharp minor, right? I don't know if you can see it, right? But just so you know, right? So what I'm saying, right? You get the A minor, you put the bar chord, and you move it up. You slide it up. You slide the whole shape up one fret, and it becomes A sharp minor, and then it goes B minor, right? B minor, C minor, C sharp minor. All right. So that's just the theory behind movable chords, right? It's being able to move the open chords anywhere. is the shape of the chord. It's not. It's the shape of the chord that you move throughout the fretboard, and you change the note, the key note or the key, right? So hopefully you enjoy that. Um, Keep playing, practicing, and get to the point where you probably don't need a brain. So, anyways, Jesus loves you. Take care and rock on.